Hey lovely people, welcome to my vlog Lay Aside the Weight. We are on day 7 of our juice detox. Now yesterday I had it turned out to be a really stressful day. Lots of things going on in the family, you know, life. And I got quite derailed, hence why this video is up later than the others. Hopefully most people I know that are coming along this journey with me have started a couple of days after me, so it doesn't affect them. But if you happen to be following me in real time, I do apologise for the lateness of this vlog going up. But life will continue to happen. Life doesn't stop lifing because we decide we want to change our health or change the way we eat, etc. And yesterday was a particularly stressful day, and I got derailed in the sense that things I had to do ended up getting put off till really late. I was up late, working late, I was very stressed, and got up later, you know, and got on with today. And in the past, when that happened, because you know life happens, I would invariably reach for comfort. I would reach for something to comfort myself, and usually food. Something sweet like some biscuits and tea, or a bit of cake or something with a cup of tea to make myself feel better. I don't do that anymore because I've been through a long process of realizing and learning the root of that, where that stems from, where self-soothing comes from. And if you recognize that, there is always a root to it, because our brain, we have connections with food, and food connections can be in our childhood to soothe, to reward. Food as reward. Food is connected to happy memories and sad ones, you know. And if food is connected to happy memories, we have a way of behaving, or we've grown up with a way of eating. And self-soothing is a real thing. It really is a real thing. But I didn't do that. My reward to myself yesterday was keeping my word to myself. But we'll talk about that a little bit more. To day 7. If you've got to day 7, well done. You hopefully are feeling good. Hopefully, if you've kept up with the liquid intake, if you're drinking your coconut water in between your juices, I'm hoping you're feeling well, feeling buoyant and able to continue the journey. It's a great journey we're on. And remember, this journey is, I'm not doing this you do this as a diet and then go back to ways of eating that are not beneficial for you. We're doing this as part of the journey to reboot our brains, reboot our bodies, give them a fresh start, lots of nutrition, so that we have the space to plan ahead, to go ahead to a healthy lifestyle. That's what the aim of this detox is. It's not a one-off diet. I mean, anyone will do anything the way that they desire or wherever they're at. But this is my aim, and my reason for this vlog is, one, to be accountable, and to share and to encourage people that maybe never thought of it, or maybe did it before and just wanted to do it along with somebody else. And I hope that this can act as that encouragement for you. Keep going. You're doing brilliantly. You're doing brilliantly. Even if you've had a wobble, if you've had a really stressful day, your reward is keeping your word to yourself. And that makes you feel so much better, because when we don't keep our word to ourselves, we deep down don't trust ourselves, and that has a knock-on effect. So let's talk about today's juice, right? Today's juicing, we start with lemon water, lemon and ginger, or lemon or ginger water. Green citrus is the first juice for breakfast and for an afternoon snack. I'm going to make that green citrus today. That's 4 apples, 4 oranges, and 12 handfuls of green leafy vegetables: spinach, kale, chard, green leafies that you like. Shove a bit of wheatgrass in there if you want. All these are really beneficial and nutritious. And our lunch and dinner is carrot, apple, ginger, and that's 4 carrots, 4 apples, Let me just double check. Carrot, apple, ginger, sorry, 6 carrots, 4 apples, and a chunk of ginger. Just a note, what's it here? Just a note about your apple, carrot, and ginger juice. If you like ginger, I like ginger, I like the bite of it, and it's really good for you. So I always put quite a bit in mine, but it is down to taste. So they say like 2 inches in the book. So if you like ginger, maybe you can fling a bit more in if you want to. That's for dinner, lunch and dinner. All right, do not forget about the protein, the scoop of protein in your lunch shake to help with that nutrient. Recommended pea. I went and had a look just to make sure for plant-based proteins, pea, hemp, or brown rice protein. All right, just so we stick to the kind of plant-based regime, so to speak. All right. So, where's my knife gone? Hold on. Yes, so like I said, always said, wash your fruits really well. Even if they're organic fruits, wash them really well. I soak my fruits in filtered water and a bit of apple cider vinegar and give them a good clean. If your fruits aren't, you wash them all, but if your fruits are not organic, like the orange, peel the skin off, because skins will hold. It's a recommendation, you know, just to get rid of any excess junk pesticides, stuff like that you don't necessarily want in your juice. So it's 12 handfuls of green. Sounds a lot, doesn't it? But do small handfuls. Don't do massive handfuls. Okay, that will make it easier for you. I just want to whiz this up so you guys can see it. It's just going to look like a green juice, essentially, at the end of the day. I'll just do a little bit of the ingredients in here so that you can see it. As usual, the juice is loud, so I'm going to come back after it's been whizzed up. This is what I'm kind of measuring as a handful. All right, 12 of those. And here's my juice. I haven't finished whizzing them all, but for the sake of time. Okay, it's a really nice, wait. It's a nice juice. Yeah, so just quickly to go back to what I was saying about our habits. Like I said, in former times I would reach for something to comfort myself, to reward myself for the stressful day I'd had, and that was rooted in self-soothing. That was rooted in childhood, my relationship to food as a child, and how I used food. Everybody's different, but if you struggle with some connections, a bad relationship to certain foods, you use it to self-soothe, or food is a go-to thing, and not just any food, but processed food, highly sugared foods. I mean, with sugar, there is the question of sugar addiction, which is, sugar is highly addictive. You will have withdrawals and these effects because sugar is highly addictive. One thing I would recommend, for me, I've been through a long process of healing and restoration. I prayed a lot about where's the root of these behaviors, and was shown a lot of things. If you are a person of prayer, absolutely invaluable to pray and seek answers to where the root of those connections, those habits lie, because we are creatures of habit, and our brain helps us in that habit because our brain likes repetition, it likes comfort, it likes safety. If that is you, then I would say I've got a book I'd recommend that's kind of cool if you want to start to do the work. If you're a person that likes to read and discover and is going through that process of discovering yourself to heal from traumas, from hurts, etc., there's a book called How to Do the Work. That is a really, really good book for those who want to walk through the process if you're not in counselling for certain things. And I say this because we don't do life in a vacuum. Everything is connected. Unfortunately, if you are a Christian, unfortunately, not too much today, counselling, therapy often gets spoken about in a very derogatory way, like it's navel gazing or you just need to pray. Prayer is important. Prayer gives guidance, gives direction. Prayer is a two-way conversation and you will get direction. And that was definitely the case for me, but also research, reading, listening to speakers who know about certain topics, childhood trauma, self-soothing and comfort that often comes in the form of food. Self-soothing can come with other forms of substance, but we are speaking about today food. And I'll put the link to the book in the comments if that is you and you would like to go a step further or just want to do some more work on this healing journey. The restorative journey, for me, this is a lifelong journey. Knowing yourself, knowing how you operate, it's a lifelong journey. If you decide you want to be your best self, then it doesn't just end. In my opinion, it's amazing if that's a continuous journey of self-awareness, not self-centeredness, as some people kind of say. If you go into therapy, if you're looking to improve yourself, it turns into self-centeredness and the whole world revolves around you. We're not talking about that. We're talking about working to understand ourselves, really understanding how we operate, not just good things, negative things. If negative behaviors, things that impact us negatively, if we repeat certain behaviors, looking into why that is a valuable thing. Looking for the root of that is valuable, so that you can do the work to undo that, because those things can be undone because they're programmed. So reprogramming or renewing of the mind, if you will, is not just about prayer, it's about actions. And to help you along the journey, there's lots of resources available that can help you with that renewal. The brain is a very amazing, mind is a very amazing thing, but it has programs, it likes programming. So we want to deprogram, renew, and have a new way of being. So I'll put the link to that book. As always, I want to say I'm following the Reboot with Juice Detox, and I'll put the link to that as well. I hope you have a good day today. And as I said, life happens. Life will continue to happen. I'm running late today because of life, but we're not going to rest on that. We're not going to continue to think about that. We're thinking about, we showed up. I showed up. I kept my promise to myself. I accept that I'm going to have good days and bad days and horrific days. And I'm going to keep saying yes to a healthy, better self. And if in one of these days you have derailed, don't beat yourself up. If you still desire to continue, jump back on. Jump back on. I know that's not easy, because in times past when I have gone off of a plan, and that's because I was just doing different diets and I wasn't thinking about a lifetime change, lifestyle change. I was just doing a diet to get rid of some weight. So if I dropped off, it could turn into 2, 3, 4, 5 days a week, a month of being off and then coming back on again, and that yo-yoing. And this is what we want to avoid. This is not what we're doing this time. This is not what I'm doing this time. And the plan is, it's a healthy lifestyle, and that has been a long journey for me. So a lot of things have been taken care of in the sense of what I already eat, the quality of the foods I already eat, the kinds of unprocessed foods. But that, as I said, that's a continuing journey, and I really hope and pray that you are finding strength, finding love for yourself to continue on this journey. If you have a bump in the road, forgive yourself, don't beat yourself up, and come back on, jump back on with us. Look at this orange. Peeling orange is always a sense of a joyful memory, because whenever I peel an orange with a knife, because I never used to be able to peel one without hacking up the orange, I always think about my granddad. If you had a Caribbean grandparent, you might remember them peeling orange, and it would come off in one go, the whole peel, and then my grandma would hang them up and dry them and use them for other things in the kitchen. It's a good memory for me. Anyway, that's just an aside. Dessert today, I forgot to say, dessert today is the peach or pear pie juice, it really does taste like a dessert. I don't know if you agree with me, but I really like that one, because it really does deal with, if you really do enjoy sweet things a bit. Peach and pear delight, and that is 1 sweet potato, 2 peaches or 2 pears, 1 apple, a cup of blueberries, and a dash of cinnamon. Getting to know yourself, getting to know how you work, and renewing our minds. Nothing better. It changes how we show up in the world. It changes how we live our lives, and that is the aim, isn't it? So have a wonderful day 7. Drink your juices and enjoy your day. Take care. Laters.